Welcome to Phillip Island Racetrack in Victoria, where today I'm playing the ultimate kid in a candy store. I'm here with a bunch of brand new AMG Mercedes-Benzes. Now, while they may look very similar to things that have been out there before, trust me, this one is quite different. Under here. This is the reason for the change. It's a brand new 6.2 litre V8 engine. Previously, AMG had relied on its parent company, Mercedes-Benz, which it dragged its engines from and then modified them. This engine is built from the ground up purely for AMG. But hey, there's no point talking about all this. Let's go and give it a crack. The 6.2 litre V8 that I'm in now actually has about 10% more power than the outgoing supercharged V8. But what it lacks is the massive amounts of torque that old V8 had. It was 700 Newton meters. This one makes about 10% less. So basically, when you breathe on the accelerator, it sort of just kicks you in the back. With the old one, it used to slam you in the back. Whammo, off you went. Now, okay, that's a tiny bit disappointing. But where this thing really excels is on a racetrack. It's a very high revving V8. The old one wasn't. So on these fast straights, absolute weapon. It just revs out, sounds fantastic, and really goes. We're pulling about probably 220, 230 down the straight. The other advantage with the new engine is that it also comes with a new transmission, a 7-speed automatic. Now, if you remember, the old V8 only had a 5-speed automatic, so in acceleration terms, this one uses its extra ratios just to hammer it home a little bit quicker, about 0.1 of a second quicker from the 0 to 100k sprint. On the straight, again, works a treat, just slurs between the gears, jumps to the next one, plenty of speed, plenty of pace, and plenty of fun. But there is one tiny gripe with the transmission, and that is that it won't let me have control. So when I touch these paddles, it doesn't seem to want to change when I want it to change. Naughty, naughty. But in drive mode, it is fantastic. I'll leave it in sport, and it does a very, very good job at selecting the gears. But again, there's just something in me that wants to have full control. But being a sedan, it also feels very much like a road car. So no matter how good it is, and you've got things like air suspension that you can adjust to be quite firm for a racetrack, it's still not exactly a race car. You feel that particularly around the corners. It feels a little bit nose heavy, so it leans on its front and also wallows around a little bit more than you'd want it to at speeds like this, because this thing is seriously motoring along. But I reckon one of the things I love most is the car itself. I mean, have a look at it. It looks like a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's just a standard Mercedes sedan. Unless you spot the 4 exhausts and the nice alloys, you'd barely know what it's got underneath. And that is just fantastic, a race car for the road. That is one hell of a way to have fun, and there's no doubt that new 6.2 V8 is a cracker of an engine. Seriously fun. But I'm not convinced it's perfect, because after all, it does miss a little bit of the torque of the old model. That old supercharged V8 was a serious weapon when it came to torque. And on the open road, I reckon this thing might be lacking a little bit, but that's another story for another day. Stay tuned.